Hello, everyone. My name's Mitch Smith. I'd like to welcome you all to Mitch Smith Bible Studies YouTube channel. Uh, Today, it's December in the year 2020, and today I'm going to share something I've carried with me for a very long time down through the years, and I've really not shared it to too many people, especially out to the wide variety of public. I only kept it to certain ones, and basically kept it within myself. I've not ever had an experience like this, so whenever I tell you, just bear with me. And I know what some of you might think that I'm probably off my rocker, but I know what the good Lord has showed and told me. And for the past couple of days, He keeps bringing it to my mind, and now I believe it's time to let the public know and allow them to know of what I saw. And it wasn't a dream. I don't know if it was a vision. I don't know exactly what it was. I'll just tell you, and you all take it however you take it. Uh, but years ago, I was by myself at home, and I was doing dishes. And I was thinking about some scriptures in the Bible that I'd read. I was thinking upon the Lord and praying to Him and dwelling upon Him. And asking Him to reveal some scriptures to me and to help me with the spiritual and understanding wisdom of some of them. And I don't know what exactly had happened. Uh, like I said, when I tell you this, just take it however you all will. I've kept this within my heart, within myself for many years. But now He keeps bringing it back to my mind. And now it's basically He's telling me now's the time to share it. For whatever reason, I don't know. But here's what happened to me. I believe within myself, and like I said, I know how this is going to sound, but I'm going to be obedient to the Lord and tell you, because I'm bringing it to you with sincerity from my heart. I believe in my heart I was taken somewhere and showed. This is what I'm about to tell you. Like I said, take it however you will. I'm going to tell it like He told and showed me and what He done to me. I've not never had an experience like this before, but I was doing dishes, and as I slightly turned to my left, I see a great flash of light that lit up the whole room. And the best way I can describe it is if you've ever been outside and not seen a bolt of lightning, but a great flash of light, that's what it was, that quick. But this here, it was inside the home, and it blinded me. I lost vision of everything, and there was no sound. It was just a great white flash. And then when my eyesight had recovered, I wasn't at home. It happened that quick. I was somewhere else. And I'm just going to tell you, there's a presence standing next to me. And the place where I was at, it was a great light. And the light was kind of pulsating, but it was all around. And the place where I was at, there was no walls. There was no floors, no ceilings, no nothing. It was just like I was standing there, but everything was white. And the white is maybe something like the clouds. I don't know. I wasn't exactly sure where I was at, but I knew and here's another thing. The time there, it was not like the time what it is here. It was like it was at a standstill, or there was no time, or it was slowed down. It was not like the time here. For the time I was there, it was like I was there for 2 or 3 minutes. And what I saw was, like I said, there's a presence near me. I could see a little bit of him, but I didn't look up. From what I saw, when I looked straight ahead, I seen like two benches. Now they didn't go crossways like this. These benches was like if you was looking down, or I guess a railway, like a train rail, as far as I could see. But these benches, they were made out of like shiny material, maybe like gold, and they had like designs on the sides of them. And then inside amongst these, as you're looking down, I kid you not. Like I said, I'm telling you the honest truth from what I was there, what I saw. I see these beings there, and these beings uh, were huge. They. I looked like a dwarf to them. They were tall and big, and I'll tell you what they was. They were Holy Spirits. They were angels of the Lord. There's angels of God. There's holy angels. And I don't care what anybody says. They can think what they want to, but I know what I saw. I know I went somewhere else. I know I was taken. And I know how this sounds, but like I said, I've carried this for years. But these beings, spiritual beings, I'm going to call them the holy spiritual beings, was like facing one another. You had some of them facing one another, and some of them was sitting. And the details that I could get out of them, their bodies was huge. Like I said, they was tall, they was big. I couldn't make out their faces because their faces was like a light. It was like a glowing light, and it kind of pulsated a little bit off and on. And like I said, I know how it sounds, but I know what I saw. And yes, these beings had hair. And I know what you're going to say. Well, how can these spirits? I'm just telling you what I saw. For I know in my heart I was taken somewhere. And I've seen this. I've carried this for years and not shared it hardly with anybody. I've had it written down in my journals. I've got journals full of stuff. They had hair, and their hair was like shoulder length. Some of them had like black hair, but the majority of them had like either reddish or how can I say it, like a auburn colored, like a reddish brownish. And there's a few of them had black, but the majority of them had like a brownish auburn reddish color type of hair, and it was about shoulder length. Now some of their body, it was solid, but it was all white. I couldn't see some of their bodies because it was like transparent. You could tell. The best way I can describe it is if you ever seen on TV or been around jellyfish, how some of it's solid and some of it's transparent. That's the way these things looked. They wasn't jellyfish, but they were spiritual beings. Uh, and I couldn't make out their faces where it was pulsating with light. They had short length hair. A few of them had black hair, but majority of them it was like a reddish brownish or like an auburn type color. Some of them even turned and looked at me. But here's the thing: they didn't speak, but it was like in my mind. I mean, I could hear what they were saying, but some of them called me by my name. They knew me. They knew exactly who I was. Now here's the thing. And in some of the transparent part of their bodies that wasn't solid, that you see through, but not exactly see through, it was colored something like, I guess if you're looking up the sky and seeing a rainbow. Now I didn't have lines or nothing, it just like multiple type color type, like a slightly pinkish red. You had like a light color blue. It was just like looking at a rainbow, the type of colors that they had, and they was like tiny specks that would, I guess, like glitter, but it was like a silverish gold type color that would kind of speckledy throughout their transparent color. But now their solid part, it was all white. Their faces, I couldn't make out any facial features. It was just like lights. But here's the thing. I saw these holy angels of God putting on body armor. That's the truth. That's what I saw. I seen some of them have on breastplates. Some of them had on helmets. Some of them was even leaned over putting on like shin guards around their shins and stuff. And it was detailed that on the shin guards, I could see that they what I don't want to call them spikes. I don't know how it's like. There's some rough places and it kind of stuck out. Like there's like circles or something. They kind of stood out in their shin guards, and they had shields and they had swords. I know how this sounds, but I don't care. I'm being obedient to the Lord, and I'm telling you what I saw. I'm telling you where I went. For I was not asleep. From where I went or what had happened, I don't know, but it was like I was there for 2 or 3 minutes seeing this, and some of them were calling me by my name, and it felt like they was family. I mean, I felt peace and everything. And then after I was brought back, once I brought back, and I'm not saying like I flew once. I'm just saying that I see another flashlight, and the next thing, I'm back at home, and I feel I'm literally scared to death. But the thing about it, here's the thing. When that happened, when I come back home, it happened. It just like it felt like it happened for a second. But now when I was there, wherever it was, it felt like I was there for 2 or 3 minutes. But when I was back to myself at home, it felt like it just happened at the blink of an eye. It felt like I just gone somewhere else for a second. And I was trembling. I was scared. I mean, I was literally scared to death because I was not for sure what had happened. I was home alone, and I didn't have nobody to go to or what. And I had my eyes. It felt kind of funny. It was like I was trying to gain my vision back because everything was blurry when I first come back to reality or whatever. But I tell you what, that place where I was at, it seemed more real than what this place is here. Actually, I'd like to go back and stay there. That's how real it is compared to this world. This world seems fake compared to where that was at. And like I said, I felt queasy to my stomach. My legs was weak. Um, I couldn't hardly stand up, and I was just shaking. If you ever been literally scared to death or had a lot of adrenaline going through you where you're just shaking, that's the way it felt, and it felt like I had a queasy sickness feeling in my stomach. Well, I had to go sit down. But before I sat down, as I started walking, I heard a voice say, just as sure as like if it was somebody else, there was nobody there. But it was like somebody was there and said something. And it told me a name. Here's the name. It said Michael. And then after I heard that, I about fell to my knees because it scared me even more. And I was shaking. My breath was I was kind of breathing kind of hard because, like I said, I didn't know what had happened. But once I got set down, I just closed my eyes. And then he put it on my heart to open the Bible. And when I opened the Bible, I opened it to one place. I just opened it up. And I'm going to read to you where I read, where he put me at. I won't read the whole chapter, but this should here sound familiar. It's in Revelations 12. This here is where he had me to open up to. I mean, he said, open up the Bible. Whenever I did, it just did that, and there it was. I just started reading it. But this here's where it goes. And it says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's after that event had taken. That's where I went and picked up the Bible where he told me to pick it up. I just opened it, and there it was. I didn't have to flip through pages or nothing. There's not a doubt in my mind. I don't care what people says. I've carried this within me for so many years. Not shared it with anybody. Very few. Maybe like a little bit of family, but that's it. I've written it down in my journal where I keep a lot of things written down. I have journals full of stuff. But this here, I know what happened to me. I know I was taken. I was awake. I was not asleep. I don't know what happened. All I know is I went somewhere else. It felt like I was there for 2 or 3 minutes, and then I was brought back, and it felt like I was gone for just a second. And before I went there, I see the great light. When I come back, I see the great light again. My vision was blurred. I'm telling you, people, angels are real. God is real. Jesus is real. Yes, there is other dimensions. And from where I was taken, I told you, I don't care what people think of me. I'm just telling you the truth. And he's put it on me for this past week now. I've even texted a few of my colleagues online and told them I was going to be sharing something like this, that, he's put it on me that now's the time after I have carried this for so many years. Nobody on this earth is going to tell me that there is not a God. There's not angels, for I am telling you the truth. There is. And that place there is more real than this. This place is going to pass away. And then it wasn't long after that, maybe a few weeks, I was reading the Bible again. And the closest thing I can tell you, what I saw, go to Ephesians 6. Now, I've read that several times before. It talks about the armor of God. And the way it describes that in Ephesians 6, that's what I saw. I was there. I seen holy angels putting on the armor of God. I don't care what people says. I don't care what people thinks of me. I'm telling you the truth of what I saw and what happened to me. I've carried this for so long in me, and he says, now's the time to tell it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing it. You take this however you will, but it's hard for me to read Ephesians 6 without breaking down and crying. Because Ephesians 6 and Revelations 12 Every time I read those, especially Ephesians 6, that brings me back to the time which I know I was taken somewheres and I saw. I can still remember to this day how to describe it to you, but it's hard for me to describe it unless it was there. But keep the faith, for it is very real. Angels are very real. And I tell you the truth, that is the truth of what I saw. For I saw angels from heaven. I want to say I love you all and God bless you all. I ask you to please follow, subscribe to this, our YouTube channel, and you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. I want to say I love you all and God bless you.